Debt collectors are like mosquitoes. They can be annoying, they're hard to dissuade. Fortunately, there isn't a whole lot a debt collector can do besides call you and send you mail. The Fair Debt Collection Practices Act spells out the actions that a debt collector may and may not undertake in the process of collecting a debt. Your state has additional laws that may limit debt collectors even further. It's worth investigating these laws so you understand the rules and can play the game accordingly. What can debt collectors legally do? They can call you directly between the hours of 8 a.m. and 9 p.m. However, you have the right to request to not be contacted by phone again in the future. This request must be done in writing. You can also insist that the debt collector may only call your attorney instead if you have an attorney representing you. Number 2, they can contact you via mail. However, it can't be obvious to someone looking at the mail that the correspondence is from a debt collector. Postcards are not permitted since the nature of the correspondence would be obvious. Number 3, take you to court. The details are very state specific, but your creditors can certainly take you to court. For smaller debts, this rarely happens. If you had money, you already would have paid the debt generally. If you don't have it, an expensive legal proceeding isn't even worth the added effort for the debt collector, obviously. Obviously, if you have a big debt, maybe they would spend the time and energy to go after it. Number 4, they can request post-dated checks. This is allowed under that same ruling, but may not be permitted under your state's debt collection law, so you got to check in with your state. They can report your payment delinquency to credit bureaus. Paying your bills on time is an important part of your credit score. Number 6, they can accept less than the full amount as payment in full. This can be a great option to get the collection agency off your back. The debt may appear as settled on your credit report, which harms your score. You may also have to pay taxes on the amount of debt that was forgiven. A lot of things there to think about. But debt collectors must follow the laws provided by the FDCPA and your state of residence. If you owe money, it is reasonable to expect that your creditor will try to collect that debt. However, there are limitations. Many collection practices that they use are illegal. Okay, what can debt collectors not do or can't do? Can't call you on a Sunday. Monday through Saturday is fair game, but even debt collectors have to take a break on Sundays, right? Number 2, call you after 9 p.m. or before 8 p.m. The only way debt collectors can call you outside these hours is if you've given them express permission. Number 3, they cannot contact your employer unless the debt is related to a non-payment of child support. Your employer is off limits. They also can't contact you at work if they know you don't want to be bothered there. So keep that in mind if you're getting calls at work. They can't contact your friends, your family, or neighbors regarding debt. They can, however, contact these people to determine your home address. If your phone number is current, it cannot be revealed that you owe money. So you'll get those calls. Hey, do you know where so-and-so is? Well, they're looking for something. They can't use threatening language over the phone, vulgar language, or the threat of prison or loss of reputation. That's not permitted. They can't call you repeatedly in a short period of time. This is open to interpretation, but if you're constantly receiving calls, it can be considered harassment under FDCPA. You can sue the debt collector in this case. Now, this is just a short list of items that many debt collectors have been known to violate, so familiarize yourself with the FDCPA for additional restriction. Remember that these rules only apply to debt collectors and not the in-house collection employees of your creditor. So make sure you understand your state laws for additional guidance. Debt collectors may be annoying, but they are required to follow certain laws just like everybody else, right? Each violation of any of these rules can carry a fine of $1,000, and debtors have been very selectable and very successful in collecting these fees in court. Bottom line, folks, is if you owe some money, the easiest thing to do is jump on a phone call with whoever you owe the money to, negotiate a settlement, get it off your credit. It's going to boost your score up a little bit. And we're talking 2 or 3 points here or there, whether you settled in full or settled, for a lesser amount. So don't run from debt. Figure out what you owe. Come to a solution. get on a payment arrangement, whatever. That is the easiest way. And if you can get a hold of someone before they actually put it on your credit, that is the best. If I could be of any more help to you, make sure you reach out to me. Make sure you like and subscribe if it's your first time watching this video or come to my channel. Share it with somebody you think might be helpful. And that's what we do here at Fit Over 40. I'm Coach Clarence, and this is your Wednesday Wisdom. And know the things that debt collectors can and cannot do.